And welcome back, another day, another read. And if you're new here, hey, hello, my name is Ute, and I'll be your tarot reader. Let's get straight to it. Currently, right now, I am burning white sage because I don't know why, but I just feel like there's just like this kind of energy where it's just like, ugh. So I'm just like, out with it. Like, we're not gonna entertain it, we're not gonna deal with it. Like, goodbye. But with that being said, let's see who am I reading for. Okay, Spirit Guides, for my grace is good. Who am I reading for today? Okay, so the individual that I'm reading for today, you are moving forward. You want to take forward action. There is already momentum happening here. As Spirit's like saying, like, as this momentum is happening here, be optimistic, be open-minded. As well, be confident. Own up the space. Take up the space and just be okay that, you know, the right people are going to come through. The right opportunities are going to show up for you. Like, good things are happening for you. And there is going to be so many drastic changes here. So be happy at the fact that, you know, oh, you know, this is for the better. And Spirit's like saying, like, as these changes are happening, be open-minded in the fact of like, oh, how can I learn from this? Or how can I adapt to this energy? Because there is going to be like a major ending happening here. Are you having to face some darkness or shadows? And nor afraid to come to terms and at peace within your own inner self. Because you're purging out an old way of intellectualizing, communicating, thinking, or even perceiving out. Because it can no longer match the new reality that you're stepping into. And that is what Spirit's like saying, like, it is time that you finally tap into your heart space, get into your heart chakra, and come from a place like from, you know, authenticity, rather from like performance or out of like lack. Because you want to be operating from a place of where like things are of your value, things that, you know, mean a lot to you, things that you actually enjoy doing, things that make you feel safe and secure. And that's where Spirit's like saying, like, it is okay for you to be confident. And the fact that, you know, whatever thing that you're into, whatever you like to do for fun, whatever you like to invest into, be bold and confident about it. There's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like there's been like subconscious fears in regards to this. Like there's been like, you know, either programming or belief systems that were thrown at you in regards to this, out of like fear, like mentality, or because of projections that were being thrown at you out of just survival, which none of these are true. It's up to you to face these fears and overcome it as it's coming through, because you are the one that's going to have to conquer, like, you know, those shadow aspects of yourself. Those shadow aspects of you, or like, you know, the shadow that you see within others, or like, you know, aspects within yourself that you're needing to address and come to terms and like, you know, meet it with unconditional love, because it's trying to teach you something about you. Like, where is this coming from? From what place or mentality, like, was this originally like coming from? Like, look at the roots. Because Spirit's like saying, like, you are a brave entrepreneur. You are literally like very independent. You're a leader. You want to initiate. You want to start things. So don't shy away from this. Don't shy away from what you've been invested in and wanting to like get into. Just because there's people's projections or fears being thrown at you, it doesn't mean that you should also be fearful. Stick to the mentality of like, you know, positivity, because I know you are someone that's very positive, very optimistic. And at times, like, yes, you might have your moments, but who doesn't? But don't let other outside influences get the best out of you. Stay being positive. Stay being you. Again, it is part of the contrast that you're being shown. Stay in your lane. Especially when it comes to the community, especially when it comes to people like around you. Like, don't be fearful about, you know, what other people are thinking about you. The only thoughts and opinions that should really ever matter to you is how you view yourself. Like, what are your true, actual feelings about yourself? Do you feel like you're an asset, of value, someone that can, you know, bring something to the world? Or do you feel like you're something else? Or were you made to believe that you were like meant to like please or appease other people? Because at the end of the day, it is you that matters, not them. It is you. And I'm here to remind you, like, you matter. There's always going to be another opportunity. But what really matters is like, does this coincide with my values? Does this coincide with my goals? Does this coincide with this new version of me? Because there is something that you are not able to see here. There's something that, like, is bringing confusion. There's like a lack of clarity and a lack of stability. Because what you really want in a community, or even in regards to like whatever you're like looking to invest into, like you want consistency, you want stability, you want to feel safe and secure. But this is where like the safetyness and the stability comes in when you are consistent, when you're dependable, when you're structured, when you have boundaries, when you have goals and expectations. When you are literally the one implementing every lesson that you have learned into the now. Because you are the co-creator of your own reality. You are the one manifesting your day-to-day. Align yourself to that. Like, visualize the future self you that you want to become and already start acting like it. Because it's going to take you pushing through the uncomfortability of facing some dark aspects of yourself, or these shadow versions of you that, are stuck in these old habits and behaviors or perpetual like cycles that you have grown in or have been thought to believe that they're okay to entertain. But Spirit's like saying like, no, like you are the one to break out of this. You are the one that is going to like decide when enough is enough. You are the one that gets to decide that. Now, if you're not fed up enough as is, then that's on you at that point. Because you get to choose what kind of reality you want to be a part of. And with that being said, be practical with this. I'm hearing like yin and yang. There's a balance between both. Like you gotta allow your like intuitive side to guide you as well as your, practical side. It takes the balance of both. Because you can't manifest something like that's up in the 5D into the 3D if you're not having a balance between both. To like solidify it. Solidify your dreams. Solidify the things that you've been manifesting. You have to like create it intentionally each and every day. And some days it's going to be challenging because you are going to be pushed. You're going to be triggered. There's going to be moments where it's not all peachy and easy. But it's really up to you to like persevere past it all. And this is where like Spirit is saying like open up to the changing times. Open up to like, these opening currents that are teaching you lessons about yourself and even showing you how much you have overcome and grown as a person. Because there is a new beginning coming in for you. And your intuition has been guiding you. They've been letting you know. There's something that you've been manifesting and thinking about. And many of you are psychic as fuck, okay? Don't mind my language, but you are very psychic. Very intuitive. You already have a premonition. You've been having feelings. Don't get in your own way. Don't get in your head. Don't let this fear make you believe otherwise, that you're worthy of less or you're worthy of like, settle down. Because no. Don't settle down. If this is your passion, if this is your dream, go for it. I'm telling you right now, if this is what you want to be doing, go full throttle with it. Be obsessed with it. I know some people are frown upon like the obsession, but it's like if this is something that you're really into, be so obsessed with it that you want to master it, you want to perfect it, and you want to make it of service to others and help others like along your journey. And also help yourself level your life up at the same time. I can tell like, there has been like a challenge. There's been like some, well, I don't want to say like an upheaval. There's just like been some tension that you've been feeling either energetically or even in the physical realm that you're just kind of like, well, I feel conflicted about this. Like, I sense this, but I can't seem to put my finger on about like, okay, well, where is this like sensation coming from? Because where is this challenge like really like coming like where is this challenge so I can come into like a resolution or a resolve? It's like saying like be patient. Be very patient. Your intuition has been guiding you and telling you like, hey, this is coming into fruition pretty quick, pretty fast, because you're stepping into your purpose. So as you are molding yourself, as you're shaping yourself, as you're manifesting these dreams, these downloads, and all these ideas into concrete, like, 3D objects or plans or even systems or structures, whatever the case is, know that it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to require you to get out of your comfort zone. It's going to require you to be accountable, to be a role model, to be a leader, to hold some expectations towards yourself, to know that, okay, this is like, I'm going to be the main face of this. If I'm deciding to be an entrepreneur, then I am going to have to be an example. I need to be a better person for myself and for those around me, and as well for my future self, because if I'm not good, the rest of the thing is not going to be good. So that also goes within, your day-to-day habits, 11 as I'm saying this, your day-to-day habits, as well as, how do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to others? How do you network? How do you, attain information and retain it? Or how do you, better enhance it to where other people can understand it? I keep hearing you're very purposeful. There's so much of a purpose for you. That spirit's saying, embody that truth, embody that creativity, embody, whatever this thing that fascinates you or makes you excited and thrilled about life, go for it. Go for it. Because there is so much angelic support. We were supporting you, we're guiding you. This is the moment where you're in the in-between. And they're just saying, just stay focused to it. Keep having faith that it's going to manifest itself. Keep having faith that this is meant for you. Keep having faith that it's going to solidify itself at some point in time. But you have to keep your eyes on the goal. Don't let any outside influences convince you otherwise or make you believe that you're less worthy, or that this is not attainable, or that whatever you're thinking is just a stupid idea. Because even at some point, a few of these famous entrepreneurs, there was people that doubted them. They got bankrupt. Their plan failed a couple times. Some of them failed 100 times. For example, Hello Kitty. That lady, at the time, nobody was believing in her. They were like, what is your deal, lady? Why are you insisting about this cat? This cat is not aesthetically pleasing, or it's not going to be popular, it's not going to be used on anything else. She got getting rejected. But because she had a feeling, she insisted to continuously keep going until it finally it blew up. Finally, someone decided to put it in a logo. And it became worldwide known, Hello Kitty, because these girls started loving it. They started putting it on clothing, brands, even keychains, hats, shirts, even cards. You have to consistently keep going. Even if right now you keep getting rejected, the right door is going to open up to you. You just have to have faith. Not these two cards. Because you're going through spiritual level ups here. So many spiritual level ups that Spirit's I'm sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, letting you know that you are so protected and guided right now. That Spirit's we've been sending you so many synchronicities and signs to let you know, hey, this is the direction you should be taking. Hey, this is not the direction you should be taking. And just giving you those intuitive nudges, when you're at the right place at the right time. And letting you know, hey, this is what you should be focusing on. You already just know all the answers. You seriously do. And your emotions are going to be a big factor here in letting you know when you're in the right place at the right time. You're going to, it's your emotions. I don't know how many more times I have to emphasize it. Maybe I emphasized it on the last reading, but on this reading, I'm going to really emphasize it to you. If you're feeling like shit in a specific situation or in a specific environment or around somebody, that is letting you know that it's not okay to be around that individual, that space or that environment, because they're in misalignment with your frequency. There is something going on in the in-between that is not being physically seen, but it's impacting you in some shape or form. And Spirit's like saying, like, get the fuck out of here. So if you're already getting like those feelings or these emotions, Spirit's like giving you like that premonition and letting you know, like, this is what's to expect. This is what you're gonna be seeing. This is the dynamic that's going to interplay. You want to keep choosing this, or do you want to choose something different? Your choice. Because at the end of the day, you are the co-creator. You get to choose every single day. Every choice that you decide to take today is a choice that's going to factor into tomorrow, into the next day, into the next month, or even up to the next year. Because it all accumulates to all the little small habits and patterns that you do on your day-to-day basis, because it accumulates. It's a domino effect. So this is why I'm letting you know, like, yo, like, be very mindful and intentional. Where are you investing your time in? Be very cautious with what kind of music or what kind of food you digest. And I keep hearing, like, don't fall into old habits and patterns. Like, we're literally in this full moon in Taurus to release all belief systems, old behaviors, old ways of investing our money into. What was another thing? Also, Taurus is ruled by the throat. So, like, old ways of expressing yourself, goodbye. Or old ways of how you communicate to yourself, goodbye. Time to embrace the new you. Time to embrace, like, this version of you that is coming to emerge. Jesus. And I think on my last reading, either on TikTok or on here, I had a few angels pop up on one of my readings, and one of them was guiding you and, like, illuminating all those people that were, like, clothed in, like, sheep clothing, but were actually wolves in disguise. And they're telling you to use your discernment so heavily. Use your discernment unapologetically. Like, do not apologizing for having the discernment and actually standing on business. Treat it as such. If your discernment is letting you know, like, someone is not trustworthy, trust it. That is your higher self, your spirit team, your angels letting you know to not bother with that interaction, because it's not worth your time. It is not in alignment for you. Okay? And then in the other one, I'm trying to remember. There's like another card with one of the angels, and they're wanting you to, like, you know, reclaim fragments of yourself, parts of yourself that, you know, were once, like, you know, forgotten, lost, and specific timelines or paradigms that, you know, were covered in pain and trauma or baggage, and getting them back into a place of, like, unconditional love where you're morphing it to your own way, especially to the version of you that is, like, of emerging, because you're evolving. Like, there is just so much of a purge happening right now, especially in the Scorpio season, that it's just, like, inevitable at this point. Like, you have to accept, like, what needs to be let go of and what needs to, like, change, because this new beginning cannot happen if you do not release. Because your life is asking for balance. You are needing to recalibrate. You're needing to align yourself. If you've been seeing 222, that is pretty, like, saying, like, align yourself. Time to get back into alignment. And you will know when you're in alignment, whenever you're feeling very happy, very peachy, very at peace, and not feeling like you're in survival or in rush mode or stressed out or overwhelmed. You will know. You will feel it. Picking up on Libra energy. Heavy on Scorpio energy. I'm seeing that also your connections and relationships are going to be transformed or released for a greater cause here. The reason being is because this version of you cannot bring everyone with you into this new chapter. You gotta let go of these people. You gotta let go of these connections to recalibrate the scales. The scales are asking, you gotta let go of these people and these connections. Either through, you know, physically, verbally, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. These attachments cannot keep existing because you are going through major spiritual level ups. These level ups are going to require you to, like, have discernment, have boundaries, energetic boundaries, and structure in order for you to, like, maintain it, protect it, because you are becoming, like, very, very bright, very vibrant. And people can see that, but not everybody deserves access to you, because the moment that everybody gets access to you, you just become polluted. What is the other word? There's a specific word. It's not great spiritual hygiene. I'll just end it with that. It's not great spiritual hygiene when you give a lot of people access to you. Not everybody deserves that. With that being said, now this reading resonates. It resonates, that if it doesn't, leave it out the window. I'll see you back in divine timing. Stay safe. Have a great day. And let me know what you think. All right? Bye.